The single most valuable decision that I ever made in my life, and I didn't make it till I was in my 50s. As you know, I'm closer to 60 than I am to 50. And my eyes were opened in my 50s. I literally lived half a century with my eyes closed, with a veil over my eyes, being swayed. I don't want to say victimized, because that's borderline pussy territory, and that's too easy to do. I take full responsibility for my veil, for my blindness, for my stupidity, for my willful ignorance. I don't blame anyone, my parents, society. It's never too late to wake up. Here's the thing that changed my life more than anything in my life, and it took half a century. I became decisive. Being decisive means your yes means yes and your no means no in relationships, in business, when making decisions, and sticking by it. Somebody lets you down, boom, delete, gone. Somebody gave me advice many years ago about ladies, and this could apply to women as well. But as far as men relating to women, if you have a bad experience with a woman, well, first of all, let me put it this way. Everybody had a bad experience with a bicycle, am I right? Like, no one ever got on a bike and rode it successfully. You fell. No one ever had a great experience in the beginning with walking, right? Because when you were a toddler, you walked and you fell. And you didn't like write off walking. You didn't write off riding a bike. So if you failed with a woman, if you're a guy, or if you failed with a guy, if you're a woman, and I speak from a traditional point of view. I'm not that modern. I have the values of your grandfather, so I speak like your grandfather when it comes to my values. So when I talk about romance, I speak about men and women. That's where I'm coming from, and you can respect that or not. But if you get dissed by a member of the opposite sex, someone told me once years ago, have the funeral. I go, what's that mean? They said, just get everything out. Delete, burn. Literally, if you have to dig a hole in your backyard and put every garment that they ever gave you, everything, even if that thing is valuable, burn it, smash it, get rid of it. Say goodbye to it. Toss it over a bridge. I like the idea of destroying the thing, like the physical thing, as opposed to just tossing it somewhere. If you toss it somewhere, it still exists. You throw it over a bridge into a river or a lake, it goes to the bottom, it's still there. So every time you drive over that bridge, you might be thinking that thing is still there. Utterly destroy the thing. The shirt, the sweater, the pants. But they're expensive, they're nice. Get rid of them. Be decisive. When you start being decisive in your life, when it comes to relationships and not lingering, none of the, what do you think would be more painful? Getting your arm cut off with one swipe of a sharp axe or sword, or having it gnawed off by rats or small rodents? Obviously, one swipe. Most men and women take the gnaw your arm off approach of breakups. They allow it to be painful. Remember, pain is inevitable and suffering is optional. Do you hear me? You're not going to avoid pain. It's going to happen. Things hurt. Let's get real. I don't care how dark or how, stoic you are. There are things in your life that are going to hurt. But if you suffer, much of that is optional. It's on you. You can't avoid pain. I'll tell a quick story. A gal that I dated, a lot of my stories are like real life stories here. A gal that I dated, her father died. The mother wore black, which was part of the tradition to wear black till the end of the year. The end of the year came and went. On January 1st, the mom went into her closet, had a choice to reach for colors or black. She reached for black, and she wore black every day until the day she died. The death of her husband was painful. Very painful. Inevitable. But her suffering was self-imposed and optional. That's why I say, when you go through a breakup, pre-plan your grief. Don't have a free-floating grief when you break up with somebody or somebody breaks up with you. You hear me? Don't have a free-floating grief. Let's say your morning commute is to get on a toll road. Excuse the rough driving here. These fucking Pennsylvania roads are always under construction and always shitty and getting shittier. The same roads have been under construction for 30 years. I hate this, honestly. And the taxes that we pay are unfreaking believable. Unbelievable. Sorry, I digressed. You get on a toll road, you get your ticket, you go through Easy Pass. Let's say you got to drive 2 exits before you get off of the toll road. Cry your damn eyes out, man. Bring a small pillow with you, a blanket, a little hand towel. Cry your friggin' eyes out. Grieve like a freaking crazy psychotic nut. When you see a sign that says 2 miles, to your exit, wipe up the tears. Suck it up. Roll down the window, get some fresh air, and then, as you go through the toll booth, you're fresh, you're new, you pre-planned your grief. You pre-planned your pain. Let it come, let it go. That is a smart way to deal with it. It works. It works. Pre-plan your grief. Don't have a free-floating, bitchy grief all day long. Be decisive about your pain. Be decisive about how you deal with things, people, places, and things. It's like the old joke. Was it Groucho Marx? Doctor, it hurts when I do that. And the doctor says, well, don't do that. It hurts when I go to her Facebook page, his Facebook page. When I think about her, when I think about him. Well, don't do that. It's simple. But I need therapy. No, you don't. You need to be decisive. Be decisive. Let your yes be yes. Let your no be no. Don't turn around. Don't look back. Move forward. It might take a little bit of time, but fake it till you make it. You are not your emotions. You don't equal your emotions. You hear me? Just a little thought for today. I hope that helps. Have a great day, everybody.